Breaking news, baby dolls. The PulseChain origin address, rumored Richard Hart, is moving Ethereum into Tornado Cash. So I have the transaction here. It sent 4,200 roughly ETH, which is $6.8 million into the Tornado Cash address. Now, 4,200 ETH at this rate might be worth about 26 bucks at the rate Ethereum is going. But I have the Etherscan page out here. Thank you to everybody out there for providing screenshots and notes. So this is very interesting, right? This is quite breaking news. This is like the next big step. This is quite wonderful to see, really. There are some interesting timing of these events. So firstly, I'm just going to show you the PulseChain price here. It's starting to nick a bit higher with some friendship. But yeah, man, to get back to break even pretty much from day one stack, it still needs like a 3.7x. The PulseChain ETH ratio as well is pretty much clobbered. This is pretty much it. It needs a 3.4x to get back to sack price. To get back to the exchange high, the launch, PulseChain launch high ratio, it is a 9.6x. So we're quite a while away. But it's nice to see that you're getting some sort of movement confirmation, almost like someone big thinks something is coming. Also, you're meant to look at the Pulse to BTC ratio, but I feel like we all got destroyed with Ethereum equally. I feel like only like a massive soy boy, pencil neck, noodle arm, copa cuck, who's always permanently bearish on everything, they're the ones that are like, oh, Ethereum's going to zero, right? But they're not even going to be buying the bottom anyway. So only those people would have predicted it, because like it's been pretty much a shock to everyone here just to see this ratio go down. This ratio, I mean, it has to be manipulation, dude. This makes no sense, bro. How do you do 5 red monthly candles, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1 green, and then 1, 2, 3, 5 again? What the? 5 red, 1 green, 5 red. It is what it is. Okay, now PulseChain with the sacrifice. It's very timely events, friends. So as you know right now, so there is some interesting timing of events that are relevant. Number 1, the PulseChain MakerDAO Joy number for pDAI is approaching 0 very soon. So maybe 2 days, okay? And number 2, the corrupt SEC amendment time was given an extension up until the 21st of April, which is approaching us right now. So the Joy reaching 0 and the SEC's amendment extension thing are both coming to a close. Obviously, it's going to be funny, right? People are going to basically look, one side of people think it's related to the SEC. Maybe other people believe it's related to both. Just interesting, the timing, isn't it? Shout out to my friend, Mr. Asian Quant as well. Mrs. Asian Quant. Some effing baller moves on the blockchain. New paradigm loading. pDAI $2! That's awesome. That's awesome. This army of just retardio jeets. Here I am out here running around holding the flag. We are all begging for a pagan. Now, if you go to the stats page, it is PMaker Simple. That's the website, friends. PMaker simple.com. PMaker Simple. You can see right here the system deficit is like 1.4 billion pDAI. And then the Joy is right here. The Joy is 115 million. When this goes to 0, I think what happens is the deficit, I think, rises up to 1.5 billion, and then this thing goes to 0, and then we begin the next auction phase, the floppy willy auction phase. So everybody gets their floppy willy out, and they can begin that next section of our story. I have a quote here from my friend Mr. Nine Iron Capital. I have a quote here. He's got a picture of it. He's got a screenshot, right? The only thing that matters right now is how close the deficit is to 1.5 billion. See, that's 1.44 billion. He goes, when the deficit reaches or exceeds 1.5 billion pDAI, the next draw lower will see the Joy hit 0. It looks like they, the PulseChain Pioneers, have found a new way to increase the deficit without using the vaults, which is a major positive if true, as they will keep increasing the deficit post Joy hitting 0. I am searching for this now. So once again, Rens, this is an interesting debacle, right? Because people say, oh, there's heaps of pDAIs. There's Matty Allen's pDAI, there's Richard Hart's JPEG pDAI, there's another ticker pDAI, DAI, pDAI. Okay, what makes them different? Well, the real pDAI, the the one that ends in the contract 1DOF, which is here. Okay, see how it ends in 1DOF? 1 because there's only one pDAI. D for dong, 0 for 0 amounts of soy, and F for friendship. This pDAI is the only contract address that is allowed to be deposited into PulseChain MakerDAO when the floppy willy auctions are out. So everybody's going to flop their willies out and everybody's going to bid for the PMaker tokens. But when the system goes, hey, I've minted this pDAI, I've minted this PMaker. So that's the system. PulseChain Maker goes, hey, I've minted this PMaker. It's Pokeballs, right? But I'm only going to accept one currency. There can only be one. It can only accept pDAI. It doesn't accept Pulse or Hex or USDC. It doesn't accept anything else. It only accepts this pDAI, okay? And if someone hands it into the protocol, they receive the PMaker, and then PulseChain protocol itself, PulseMaker, what it does with this is it literally throws it into the air, throws it away, it burns it. It burns it, and then it makes it deflationary, which would be, I guess, the next phase. Because if the current supply, right, is like 20, if I look at it, the current supply is whatever, like 26.1 billion pDAI. If you remove 1.5 billion of that, it's down to like 24.6 billion. That'll be the next phase, where people who cheated out because they saw infinite minting being written all over the space, they go, infinite minting, I believe in infinite minting. When they see, go, wait a minute, infinite minting, but the supply is going down. That's what would happen, okay? And then the market would reprice this, probably erase the FUD over time, and now you're dealing with the next level of cryptocurrency cycles. Now you have a new level. You're like, oh, what happens next? You know, more pieces of the puzzle fall together. I also have a post here from Mr. DcentraliseMe. $6.8 million of Ethereum is being Tornado Cash right now. Just a friendly reminder, friends. So Tornado Cash is, it's a pool of Ethereum. It's privacy, okay? It's privacy on the blockchain for Ethereum. So Tornado Cash is a pool of Ethereum. And then if you deposit it in, you get a key. Yeah, you get a key. And then you can withdraw anywhere out there on Ethereum land. You can withdraw the Ethereum back. You can withdraw in different units. You can withdraw like, you know, 0.1 ETH or 1 ETH or whatever. So that withdrawal, though, that comes from the pool, it's not directly linked to you. However, what people do is they try to do analysis. So they try to look for wallets. They go, oh, one guy put in 1,000 ETH on this day. And then they try to find like these other wallets out there that maybe they'll find like 10 wallets over like a 1 week period that withdrew 100 ETH each. And they're like, oh, this could be high probability or decent probability. That guy who put in the 1,000 ETH, the 10, 100 ETH, it could be him. And that's what they try to do, try to link this stuff. But it's not definitive. It's all probabilities, okay? Interesting timing with the auctions, likely to begin within the next few days. If this were used to buy pDAI, it would secure the ammunition that ensures domination of the auctions. Let's see. All eyes on pDAI. So that is awesome. Maximus. Maximus. You're right. I full ported. Oh, bro, that's just... I love this industry, man. Do you understand what we're doing? We're literally... Like, people work their whole lives for a pool of money. And then, like, we're just sitting here on the internet. We're like, hey, this guy said it's safe. Let me throw in all my currency units into it. Like, I know they don't say that, but you know what I mean? It looks, it's really funny. Like, we've left this traditional fiat system where literally there's locks everywhere. There's torch lights. There's, like, safety pins and helmets. And there's, like, warning, warning, danger, not safe for children. You know, don't put the Lego pieces in your mouth. That's traditional financial system. And then over here in crypto land is yeehaw. That's literally the whole crypto industry, man. But it's worth it. It's worth it because you can 100x your money. You literally can. Oh, man. I mean, like, by the way, you don't even need to say 100x your money. You can 10x. You know, look, we don't have to say 100. Like we know stock market is dog poop. You're like, you go, wow, my Johnson & Johnson is up 26% for the past 18 months. Try being down 99%, sir. So it's beautiful to see. You should become an author. You write great stories. Well, it's not... so it's not him writing the story, bro. You know Be honest, it's PulseChain Pioneers wrote the story. Yeah, we don't exist unless PulseChain's launched, pDAI's minted early, pDAI was a logo on PulseX, right? All the MakerDAO references. We don't exist unless the PulseChain Pioneers build this stuff. It's not us. Yeah, we're part of the story. We come, but we're secondary, man. PulseChain Pioneers have to be there. It's interesting. All eyes on pDAI. What do you think is happening, though? Do you think it's related to the SEC? Also, got to remind you, friends, as well. Like, there's a website, right? You can go look into rh.com. Look, INTORH.com. You can see the Ethereum is down 56% on the USD price. It's down 365 mil. So it's down because the average price is around $4,000, around there-ish. Now it's like 1,600. Okay, so yeah, it's poopy times and it sucks. That's why people are curious what's going to be used for. I also saw somebody in the comment section. Shout out to you, but you don't watch my videos enough because I don't think you watch my videos at all. This person said if Richard Hart made a mistake, he should have used the SAC funds to place a bid on the whole ecosystem. Truck no. Are you serious? Hell no. He did the exact right thing. He did the exact right thing. If you replay this scenario, do the exact same thing, Richard. Do not give these Jeets in our bear market any dollars. Let them rinse themselves out. He did. The liquidity's thin. They pay big slippage to get out. They give us the middle finger and they walk away. Sweet. All of yous are gone. Okay, wait for Ethereum to go up. We can pump without you. By the way, friends, that's how we win. Yeah. If you provide the bid, guess what happens? See? Oh, you're holding your coin? Oh, cool. There's another lollipop over there. Oh, Phantom is rallying over there on Sonic Chain. Okay. Let me go sell my Pulse and go buy there. So you chop away from the bid. You're like, oh, look at this. Solana coins are rallying. Oh, let me go sell my Pulse. Let me go bridge over there. So you basically chew away that thick, healthy bid. But if the bid's not there and you're just playing around with like $3 million of market cap, $3 million of bid liquidity or $5 million, you basically are the hyper volatility part. And as well, the volatility as well, friends, kind of funny enough, it increases the buy and burn for PulseX because it's moving more. So people get stopped out more and they play more. The volatility basically goes snap up and down. So yeah, I like what happened. Yeah, obviously I wanted Ethereum to go up. Friends, I'm not here like, friends, I'm not afraid to like speak the truth. I'm just telling you, Richard Hart did everything right. He did everything right. The only thing that didn't go to plan was Ethereum, outside of our control. And then if you speak to Ethereum maxis, they'll say, well, they probably don't know what to say. I'll speak for them and I'll say, okay, you know what didn't go to plan? The business cycle. ISM was meant to be 13 months under 50. Instead, it's 29 months under 50. The worst since 1980. That's what didn't go to plan. That's pretty much it. It's outside of our control. Wider cyclical macro forces out here. Slightly green for the day on PulseChain core coins. I've also got something hilarious. Shout out to Mr. Daddy Wick. Bro, this is gold. So, $6 million was put into Tornado Cash. I'm not joking, friends. 30 minutes later, the decentralized leverage exchange, HyperLiquid, received a $6 million bid for somebody to open up a leverage long on Ethereum. Not making this up. Oh, man. Imagine it's him. Imagine it's him. That'll be so funny. Fuck it. Just do it. Just do it at this point. At this point, I just want to see something happen. Okay? Friends, I'm seeing the... there's this big meme. The next new big meme that's been brewing up is Chud Jack. Nothing ever happens. Okay? So if you out there culturally in this world, if you see people saying nothing ever happens, it's basically people, they're riding this cycle and it's like society realizing no matter how good it looks and how bad it looks, nothing ever happens. It's just news stuff. That's what it is. So Chud Jack, nothing ever happens. Nothing ever happens, which is kind of funny. I'm seeing it in like some guys who fold their clothes, wear checkered shirts on some macro talking podcasts. They're starting to say this phrase. their phrase is like, nothing ever happens anyway. You know, it's kind of funny. It's almost like, look at the friends, look at the tariffs. It's related to like Trump tariffs. It was like, 4,000% tax on Game Boys. And everyone's just, we're just like so apathetic. We're like, I'll probably get walked back. Nothing ever happens, bro. Nothing ever happens. You said the same thing, the world was going to end. The world never ends, man. Every 6 months, the world's going to end. There's a comment and this and that. Nothing ever happens. Which is funny, man. So it would be gold if... oh, man, that's gold. Imagine it turns out to be him, man. That'd be freaking funny. That'd be funny. That'd be gold. So I'd love to hear from you. Do you think the Tornado Cash movement is related to pDAI or Ethereum's or SEC thing coming out soon, or both? It's interesting to see. Checking out the comments. PulseChain John. Shout out to Johnny Boo. Interesting play. Best guess is that he'll pump the calls with it. Most has a chance of getting it too, as well as his 20 other pump ties. It is true. However, for everyone else, remember, he's pumping with reduced purchasing power. He's effectively taking a loss. Because it's kind of like we sacrificed for a pool, right, of money, and that pool of money went into stablecoins. DAI actually went into SDAI. It literally went into SDAI. He held SDAI for like a month or something. That went and bought Ethereum, like, you know, whatever, near $4,000. You know, so if you're now selling your ETH to come move us up, I don't think you should do that. I don't want him to do that. I don't think he's going to do that. That's you're taking a loss. You're taking a loss to go do that, unless he is literally on the other side selling, which it's fine by me, because that means he gets it. That could be it. Where he like, for example, let's say he inserts 5 million and then he has like 10 wallets that sell 500k each instantly. But I'm just guessing that there's no reason to expect that. Remember, friends, Tornado Cash, he's put the money in. It could sit for like 1 week, 1 month, 3 months, 6 months. You don't know. All right, or where it deposits to, where it withdraws to. Shout out to my friend Mr. HexJamHex. Oh, here I am. What is this? That's awesome, sir.
Or persons, living or dead, or actual events is purely coincidental. pDAI to $1.
Wow. This is amazing. This is gold, man. This is gold, sir.
Hey, little girl, stop. What do you want, little one?
It's the Vietnamese kid.
Your ass.
That's the sound of the police. That's the sound of the beast.
Man, that's awesome. That's awesome. I'm gonna watch the full one. That's great. That's wow. Just I love this, man. Just how is someone gonna process this if we actually do all the way make it to $1 and they're rewatching my video somehow and they're like, what is this? What is this? Where's the assets and liabilities and cash flow? Where's the concrete evidence that you knew? And I'm telling them, bro, for the 10th time, we didn't know anything. We just believed. You see? We believed. That's it. Shout out to Mr. Triangle UFO. Sammy, why do you wear fluffy slippers, sir? Is it because of the pointy elbows? Yes. Yes, it is. The community with their megaphones revealing every RH move. Here's the thing, sir. It's in Tornado Cash for a reason. Okay. Look, I know where he's coming from. Let me tell you something. Okay. I literally have a transaction hash of someone minting 300 million, trucking pDAI 2 days before the launch, only from a whitelisted approved address. And I literally have 94% of the PulseChain chain literally wanting to kill me and stab me to death because they're 94% stacked on one side and they're following Richard Hart's verbal Twitter of these words and they're literally ignoring the chain. The latest FUD is that those transactions done to mint pDAI on May 11th, 2023 is complete fugazi, even though there's a transaction hash. And the new FUD, the updated FUD, is that the block explorer wasn't working at that time and it's fake numbers. Okay, so after witnessing this, literally firsthand, I can tell you, everyone can sit on this and rotate. Mr. Hexamigo, a certain someone makes 33 posts distancing themselves from this, but at every opportunity, what do you do? Very interesting, sir. Yes. Well, it's not his coin. It's his chain, ain't his coin, though. James, You're awesome, bro. I'm speculating it's going to break to the episode. They're talking like me. You understand, man? Like, from my perspective, okay, like I hop into the squeaky chair. Yeah, I'm here 18 hours a day. And I'm sharing like words and ideas and stuff out here. And then when it does the loop around the crypto and then it comes back to me, I'm like shocked. Like, oh, people are here with me. You know what I mean? It's actual people. It's bouncing back. Hilarious. Now, we have this 4,200 Ethereum. See, there's no telling, friends, when it's going to be used at all. It might not get withdrawn for like 1 or 2 or 3 months. It's just, you got to admit, man, the timing is... Look, let's get the pDAI chart. You got to understand the timing of this, bro. You understand, friends. Like, firstly, you have the eHex origin address stakes eHex. Then the pHex one does it. Okay? Then incentive token yield is cut somewhere here. Then Maria says pDAI is broken. Then Richard says stop buying pDAI, and he does 33 tweets. Literally 33 tweets. Then here, there's Tornado Cash being used. So weird, bro. While the joy number is going down to 0, which is good. And that's happening here. Just, it's reading like a chapter of a book, bro. It's just like you're turning the pages. Which means, like you're watching a movie, you're like, okay, the main character, they're like at the down point. Yeah. There's going to be a moment where they get inspired by something and then the vibe changes and everyone says, you know what? Let's update our worldview. We can actually do this, right? Something has changed now. We're going to be watching it like a movie. It's kind of, dude, 94% of PulseChain, a cult chain, 94% of people are literally stacked on the side that everything I just told you is a complete coincidence and random, and those events are not timed. What do you do, bro? What do you do? By the way, isn't it wild that during here there was Richard Hart's SEC win as well, thrown in that? That's crazy. Like, hey, so you're telling me that Richard Hart knew that the SEC... No, I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying it's reading like a book, man. It's playing like a movie. And I can tell you right now, there's 94% of people stacked in one corner of the room, and the other 6 of us who are still long and strong, we're stacked in the other side of the room. And I'm now hearing from people who have no explanation for how pDAI got minted 2 days before launch. I'm hearing that, no, la, 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 it's all fugazi. In fact, the block explorer wasn't working. Okay, bro. So if you're telling that to me, all I'm thinking about is the musical chairs game that's going to play when everyone realizes there ain't enough chairs to get back in. The liquidity has been pulled. Like if we didn't sell at 3 cents, why are we going to sell at 1 or 2 with thinner liquidity? When there's like more progress in the auctions now. Begging for a peg and like, subscribe, catch you soon.